Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about investing in the digital asset space. Let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. So, a few points I want to discuss, and then we are calling it a day. So, again, guys, this sheet made by NTT Data Company, one of the either the fourth, fifth, or sixth largest IT firm in the world. Okay, and again, Everest and NTT Data Company. We've shown the kind of connections, of course, with XRP, and this was made in 2017, found by Love for Crypto initially. All right, now as we know, the internet of information, we go to the internet of value, showing these transfers. Again, I can link this in the top of the video description if you guys want to look more at it. We can see by 2020 to 2025, 2020 really the beginning, Ripple becomes the standard for international money transfers between banks. Okay, and then ILP, Interledger Protocol, created by Ripple, Hyperledger, other groups are building on it, like the Gates Foundation, becomes the standard protocol for connecting these banks' cash ledgers as part of Ripple's software. So we can see kind of the roadmap here. And as we go down, just to briefly touch on it, we understand we can see the existing cross-border real-time gross settlement payment platform today. So we have the local payment networks, of course, through Japan, the European Union, the US, the UK. We can see China as well. Then we have the RTGS systems. Okay, now most of these are high value transfers. Today we use a correspondent banking partner. Now, just to show you a few connections, it can go down the rabbit hole forever. I just want to name a few connections for these guys. I made a thread on Twitter, guys. I'm just going to refresh it. Feel free to add to this as well. It's just helpful for people to connect the dots. Again, we have 400 videos in this channel, and many people do as well. Great blogs available. Always do your own research, question everything I'm showing you. But just to show you and name a few connections. So who can show more connections to the local payments networks and real-time gross settlement systems below? For the United States, for example, we already have with the ACH network, the backbone of the entire, US kind of electronic payment network for the United States. We have Nacha. They are a behemoth. They have formed an alliance with Ripple since what, 2014. So just food for thought. Okay, with the European Union, again, with the Target 2 systems, even the Target or the T2S, or, for the securities transactions and transfers, massive. We showed that that alone would put XRP at 3 digits on the low end with current liquidity today. We can talk about Task Group, even Temenos and SAP. We have SIA and SIANet. We've gone through all these infographics. Check out I Am Legion again. His blog on coil.com is phenomenal. It shows you all the screenshots, all the sources, super helpful, and tying it all to Ripple. Even with the UK and their FPS platform, we have Volante. Volante is even one of the technology providers for the RTP system here for domestic use case with the clearinghouse, the United States. And we have Volpay, and it was integrated directly with Ripple. No surprise. This is not speculation. These are just direct connections. The speculation is when will XRP come into play and how much? And of course, we're waiting for that narrative. There's many at play, whether it's, utility, regulations, etc. Okay. Even Japan, guys, Bank of Japan, one of the central bank of Japan. We have other projects, of course. We have RippleNet partners like MUFG. We have Mizuho, and MHFG, and then SBI, one of the biggest shareholders in R3 and Ripple, pushing these initiatives. We have other projects that were tested with Interledger Protocol, again, created by Ripple and Hyperledger with the European Central Bank, called Project Stella. There's many, many projects of these kinds that we've gone over, just to name an example, and I ran out of characters here. I came down below, guys, for China. Any direct ties to China's real-time gross settlement system? There's nothing really direct. Besides all of these connections that I named right here. We have Ant Financial with Standard Chartered, another investor and RippleNet partner with Access, and this is actually showing Ripple specifically integrated into that. Again, I Am Legion. Many people have shown this. You can even find it on Google. We have Finabler, again, with the UAE and all those nations with Ant. Okay, Ant Financial, another connection. We have D-Local or D-Locale, a RippleNet partner. They connect to Tencent's WeChat platform and then Ant Financial's Alipay. And FYI, Alipay is the world's largest mobile payment network, a behemoth. And then, of course, Ripple's also partnered with Tranglo, and they announced a partnership with Alipay. We can connect it to Flutterwave for Africa. It really goes, and you kind of have a hard time finding out, where is Ripple not connected to indirectly or directly. And again, just to tie it to China's real-time gross settlement system, even back in 2017, right here, China's central bank, they actually met with China's central bank to discuss all things blockchain, okay? So again, we can even click this link. I forgot where this takes you. Hopefully it's accurate. All right, well, I'm not reading that. But again, guys, just another example. And it's never ending. Even I Am Legion right here back in 2018 showing proof and connections. I just wanted to kind of, show you that. And then a bunch of people in this thread below are kind of showing me things to look at. King Solomon with identity. Another project, of course, that we've talked about is Ubin and Accenture. It's just never ending, guys, with all times of real-time gross settlement systems. I encourage you to continue doing your own research. And guys, just understand this rabbit hole goes very, very deep. Okay. Much more than just trade finance. Capital markets is where the big boy money, lies. IoT integrations. We are at the precipice of something big. All right, right here, just in, kind of in news with, of course, Uber and MoneyGram's partnership. Pay attention to this. And this is just a little speculation, but feel free to listen to this again. Remember, many people back in the day, today in the US, we're still paid every 2 weeks. Some countries in Europe are paid only monthly. It's absolutely insane. So listen to this clip by Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple.
Asia kind of depends. Have you ever thought of why you only get paid once every 2 weeks?
I have not, actually.
It's because of the friction of payroll processing. Decades ago, it was a chore to go process payrolls. They said, well, we're only going to do this every so often. Now think about the second and tertiary effects. If you got paid every day, or even kind of in a weird way, what if you got paid every hour? I don't know why you get paid every hour, but if you got paid every day, your credit card bill, your mortgage statement, they've been built around the system of getting paid every 2 weeks. But now if you get paid every day, how does that change the nature of even the credit card industry or the mortgage industry? So Asia kind of depends.
Crazy implications there, all right? Just food for thought. Now, another thing is Michael Arrington of Arrington Capital. Listen to this, and this is about Ripple. Again, when they sent $50 million via XRP in roughly 3 to 5 seconds, and it costed less than $1 to send. That is absolutely insane. You tell me what other service or a wire transfer can even compete with that. Not only the speed and the actual, guarantee that it's going to get there and traceability and transparency of the money, but the costs. All right, listen to this. And also notice that his t-shirt says Proppy, not financial advice, but I would take a look at what they're doing as well. Okay, this guy is a, venture capitalist, and he's all into, very wildly disruptive and successful tech startups. All right, listen up really quick.
Also true is XRP is a fantastic currency to use for, among other things, hedge funds. We need to move a lot of money very quickly. We make investments all over the world. Our LPs come from all over the world. And using banks to move money is a pain in the ass. It takes a day or two to move money around the world. And with XRP, our very first close was 50 million. We moved that money in, and I'm not shitting you, in like 3 seconds. And I think it cost 20 or 30 cents. You really need to think about that.
But that's...
And so it's fantastic to use it for that.
You're moving it using the Ripple protocol. The problem is that
you use the XRP ledger.
You're using the XRP ledger, but there's an issue here.
I didn't do anything. Somebody else did it. But I just know that the money moved in like that. Literally like that. And it cost nothing. And have you ever sent money in an international wire?
Yes.
It's a pain in the end. Then you got to call. Did you get it? And what? No, I didn't get it. And it's truly relevant.
Well, you can use, there's lots of startups, TransferWise, etc., that will do that kind of thing, but obviously there are charges, and obviously larger amounts.
You can't pay.
Can I interject there?
$50 million.
I think TransferWise is a fabulous company, and they've done some very clever things by hacking the existing system. What TransferWise does is optimize the existing infrastructure and, in effect, hack the system so that you have a better outcome. What Ripple's trying to do is say, look, can we reset the rail? TransferWise loves what we're doing because if we're successful, it makes their job actually easier. There's a lot of companies that spend a lot of time and energy, and TransferWise and Currency Cloud are examples, that are taking the existing system and saying, how can I put accounts all over the place, and I'm going to have my own effectively ledger within TransferWise to debit and credit so I can make funds available more quickly than otherwise would be the case.
But
All right, and really quick, look at this guy. He's such a dork. He can talk about TransferWise, but you do not understand the benefits of an actual distributed system. Everyone has a record of data. It has implications with trust, efficiency, systemic risk. He just doesn't get it. He's trying to be conservative, maybe to everyone listening. I don't know, but just listen to him.
Well, you can use, there's lots of startups, TransferWise, etc., that will do that kind of thing, but obviously there are charges. And
What a dork. All right. Anyways, right here, Espinet's 1973, guys, showing you when SWIFT in the current monetary system was kind of created with all of their correspondent banking, accounts around the globe and how inefficient it is. And it hasn't been updated. I mean, of course, we have SWIFT GPI, we have RippleNet with XCurrent, but it's time to actually improve these settlement. Just to look at a few pictures here and kind of get a laugh if you are from this generation. I mean, the phones, those giant car phones in the 90s as well, just never ending. Just wanted to kind of speed through this if you want to get a laugh or remember what your parents had as well, or even at your house growing up. But I mean, it's simply a matter of time, guys. This is a monetary system. You can send a package via Amazon within days. Logistics, standards, and interoperability are highly efficient. You have many key players, going for that. There's going to be more than one winner as well, which I want to emphasize. There's Samsung, there's Apple. I mean, there's many search engines. You just have to understand that, guys. Competition will be good and it's going to drive innovation in the space. Tesla's going to have competitors for electronic cars as well. All right, and then to finish things off right here, this gentleman, sorry if I do not know how to pronounce your name, but food for thought, just talking about all this global ID. So as we can see, just these two screenshots, we've talked about this yesterday. So we have the Financial Action Task Force wants financial institutions, FIs, to prepare for the global expansion of digital identification systems. And again, DLT will have huge benefits for record keeping and identification, guys. All right, KYC, AML. I know that's what we're used to in cryptocurrency, but it's going to go much further beyond that. Okay, so talking about digital identity and draft guidances, etc. All right. Because again, if you're going to have a monetary system and transparency, and obviously you're going to lose some control with that, they want to have ways for securing and holding all of this as well. So again, cybersecurity startup Keyless, and they were just on Ripple's podcast with David Schwartz, CTO. And again, remember, PolySign was just showing that they're working with various startups for actual biometric security for their custody solutions. So it's not a leap to think that Keyless is involved as well. Okay, pay attention to this group. And again, as we can see, investors, because they have a vested interest with Ripple's Spring initiative. Understand Spring, the best way to say it, and I believe Warren, what is his name over Ripple? Warren, Paul, Anderson, Davidson? I'm sorry, there's a million names, guys. But he was even saying, think of Spring as kind of Ripple's team that's basically just the dev team working to expand the XRP ledger ecosystem and use case. All right. And then again, even I Am Legion comes down here. Every country will and has digital ID. Next, we have to connect those systems so that you have a global identification system. First, we had LAN. It all makes sense, guys. Again, the local area networks, etc., connected to becoming wide area networks. It's going to keep going. All right, guys, feel like I ranted enough. Remember to check the links in the description for all things related to cryptocurrency. Shout out to my top channel members, Jamie XRP, Mikey, Crypto Beginner, Philip, Ken Melendez, and all others. Appreciate all of you that hit the like button, share this video around on Twitter and Facebook, and until next time.